We meet FBI agent Peter on the subway. He spots a suspicious dude leaving a backpack. He goes to inspect it. It's a bomb. He gets most people off before it explodes. One death. Oops. He pursues the guy, catches him, fights him. The guy gets away, but before he does, Peter spots his snake tattoo. Rose is a cybersecurity agent whose business is about to take off. And yeah, that's it. Back to Peter. He reports to Diane Farr, White House Chief of Staff. She gets on his case about an ambush interview with a reporter, Elliot Rome. Apparently, there's a conspiracy going around that Peter was the bomber. And to add some spice to the conspiracy, Peter's dad, an ex-agent, was in some sort of conspiracy himself. Then we run into Peter's boss, Hawkins. See, Peter works for the FBI, but he's also doing work for the White House. 2 paychecks? He wishes. I guess we skip ahead a few weeks or months because now Rose is filing for bankruptcy. She's staying with her aunt and uncle, the Campbells. The home is attacked. Aunt and uncle spring into action. They tell Rose to go to the neighbor's house, dial this number, and say the secret password, night action. Well, Rose holds up the process, asking a bunch of silly questions. She finally leaves, but not before seeing her people get shot down and also seeing the face of one of the assassins. Rose gets to the neighbor's house, calls the number, and our boy Peter picks up. This is his second gig with the White House, answering a special phone. Peter manages to talk Rose through the escape. Diane sends Peter off to pick up Rose before Hawkins and the local police get to her. Some shady shit's going on. Peter picks up Rose. He takes her to his house. Well, of course, she starts snooping. She finds newspaper articles about Peter's dad, renegade FBI agent dead before trial, disgraced intelligence officer dies in car crash. Peter gets orders to now take Rose to a safe house, an Airbnb. Product placement, baby. On the way there, he beats up a few conspiracy nuts and then avoids the assassins in a car crash. How did the assassins know their location? Keep watching. Rose realizes that her aunt and uncle weren't who she thought they were. They were on some type of spy or secret agent stuff. Peter delivers Rose to Diane and Hawkins for debriefing. They tell Peter to scram. Rose tells Peter she overheard her aunt and uncle say that someone in the White House couldn't be trusted. She doesn't want to tell Diane and Hawkins anything because they could be the mole. The last scene is the assassins posing as young parents to sweet-talk their way into a woman's home. They kill her to acquire this bag. I tried to figure out who this woman was that they killed, but I have no effing idea who she was. Sorry. In her debriefing, Rose holds back information. Diane has Peter take her to a hotel for the time being. At this point, the only person Rose trusts is Peter. As he leaves, Peter tells the Secret Service agents to take good care of Rose, which of course means that they won't. We get to spend some time with the assassins. Not too many shows will give you the counter view of the assassins. Equal access, baby. I approve. We find out what's in the bag. A teddy bear with a surveillance camera. We meet the assassins' bosses, this cat and this cat. They look like middle management if you ask me. We get a meeting of the power players. They're discussing the Campbells. Peter finds out that the Campbells work for Hawkins and the FBI. He gives this information to Diane. Actually, I thought she already knew that from the meeting, but maybe I missed something. Rose and Peter make a breakfast date. Peter shows up for his breakfast date, and there's no Secret Service agents at the hotel. The lights go out. Peter runs up to Rose's room, and Rose is still there, but so are the assassins. There's a foot chase through the hotel, but Peter and Rose manage to escape out a window. Peter calls Diane and asks about Secret Service being pulled from Rose's room. She doesn't know, and all of a sudden Hawkins is MIA. But now Peter doesn't trust anyone, Diane or Hawkins. He's gonna go off script to protect Rose. Rose suddenly remembers something about her aunt and uncle mentioning a drive in the woods. They put it together that they could be talking about a hard drive in their cabin in the woods. Hawkins goes to meet with one of the bad guys. Sometimes shows try to get cute and make a bad guy turn out to be a good guy. Well, this time, the bad guy was a bad guy. Later on that night, Hawkins is found dead. We get a little bit of assassin on assassin love. Assassins need love too. Rose and Peter find the hard drive. Diane tells them to bring it in. The next morning, I don't know, that shit seems kind of important, like something they'd want right now. I guess Diane is just a laid-back boss. Madam President gets the 411 on the murder of FBI head Hawkins. I did notice this bad guy was in the room with her. The assassins show up at the cabin. Peter sees them, but they don't see him. Peter manages to get their license plate number. Wait, who is this? It's Secret Service Agent Arrington. She's being pulled from her assignment to help with the Hawkins investigation. She's been relieved by a junkie agent, Monks. So they got one brother on this show, and he's gonna turn out to be a hot mess, huh? Anyway, their assignment is to watch the vice president's daughter, Maddie, while she's attending college. Rose is trying to get Peter not to go to the White House, but he ain't trying to go to jail over a chick he just met last week. Peter delivers the hard drive to Diane. This university art teacher pays special attention to Maddie, and Maddie's paying special attention to him. Rose is posted up in a diner. Peter and her have concocted a plan where he steals Diane's access badge to get into the server room. From there, he gives Rose remote access to the power servers where she can crack the code on the hard drive. As an ex-IT guy, I gotta say it's really hard to watch some of these cybersecurity leaps of faith. But anyway, after the damage has been done, Diane catches Peter, and she's on to his little plan. But Peter manages to flip that shit and tells her that he's on to her. Diane confesses to him that the Campbells did some work for the president. They found out that someone in the White House may have been responsible for the Metro subway bombing. Rose waits for Peter in the hotel room to discuss what she found. He shows up with Diane, and Rose is like, what is she doing here? Old Playboy art teacher is pecking away on his mobile. He's letting someone know that he's about to break Maddie. The person that he's texting is old Snake Boy from the subway. Not gonna make you wait. I like it, but I don't love it. I think it's entertaining enough if you don't try to make too much sense of it. I mean, I could nitpick it to death. Sure, the plot isn't gonna blow you away and there's some paint-by-number twists, but the pace doesn't stall. The acting, it's serviceable. As I said, like, not love. I'm in.